Hey everyone, and welcome back to the KenkoVibe podcast. I'm Ethan Reed.
And I'm Grace Morgan,
We're here with your daily dose of health insights.
helping you navigate the world of wellness.
And today,
Well, today we're diving into a topic.
that's practically begging for a deep dive.
The link between testosterone and anger.
Yeah, is it really true that more testosterone equals more rage?
Let's unpack that, shall we?
Okay, so let's start with the basics.
Yeah.
We know testosterone plays a role in muscle development, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just think about those intense weightlifting scenes in movies.
Yeah.
The character's aggression, it seems almost visible.
It's an easy connection to make.
Yeah.
And it's true that studies have shown individuals incarcerated for violent crimes tend to have higher testosterone levels. Plus, research on competitive sports has found that testosterone levels actually spike
Oh,
during those high-pressure, aggressive moments in a game.
that's really interesting. So
Yeah.
there does seem to be a pattern there.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm guessing it's not as simple as saying high testosterone equals guaranteed anger issues.
You're catching on.
Okay.
While those studies are intriguing, contemporary researchers are starting to poke some holes
Okay.
in that direct link between testosterone and anger.
So it's not that testosterone has no role at all.
Right. It's not that it has no role.
Okay.
It's more like it's one actor in a much bigger play, if you will.
Okay. So what are the other actors in this play?
Well,
What else is influencing how we express anger?
think about it this way.
Okay.
Our bodies are incredibly complex systems.
Right.
There's our genetics, for one, those blueprints we inherit.
Yeah.
That influence everything from eye color to, you guessed it,
Yep.
certain predispositions.
Yeah.
Then there's the whole endocrine system,
All right.
that grand orchestra of hormones that work together to
Yeah.
influence our moods and behaviors.
Okay.
And it's not just testosterone playing a solo.
Right.
It's a whole symphony of hormones interacting.
That's a great analogy.
Yeah.
It helps me wrap my head around it.
Good.
But it sounds like we can't discount the role of nurture either, right?
Mhm.
Our environment and experiences must factor in somehow.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Societal norms and expectations definitely play a part in how we express anger.
Okay.
Think about the messages we receive from a young age about how men and women are supposed to behave.
Yeah.
Those expectations can shape how we handle our emotions,
For sure.
whether we realize it or not.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
It's like we're given a script to follow.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes anger becomes part of that script depending on our gender, our culture, and all sorts of other factors.
Absolutely.
So where does this leave us?
Well,
Are we saying that the whole testosterone equals anger idea is completely debunked?
not completely debunked,
Right.
but it's definitely more complicated than that.
Yeah.
It's like assuming that just because a chef has a sharp knife,
Mm.
they're going to use it to attack someone.
Right.
The knife is a tool. And how it's used depends on the context,
Okay.
the chef's skills, and a whole lot more.
Got it.
Testosterone might play a role in our capacity for aggression,
Uh-huh.
but whether that aggression surfaces
Uh.
and how it's expressed is influenced by a whole host of other factors.
So the takeaway here is
Yeah.
don't jump to conclusions.
Mm-hmm.
The testosterone equals rage idea is way too simplistic.
Way too simplistic.
Yeah, it's more like testosterone plays a supporting role
Right.
in a much bigger emotional drama.
Exactly.
But speaking of testosterone, isn't maintaining healthy levels crucial,
Absolutely.
especially for men?
Maintaining that hormonal balance is key for an active and fulfilling lifestyle.
Okay.
And that's where things get really interesting because there's growing interest in how testosterone supplements might help with that.
Supplements.
Mm-hmm.
You mean like those products we see advertised for
Exactly.
energy and muscle growth?
Exactly.
Tell me more.
And while the research is still ongoing, some studies suggest that testosterone supplements might offer benefits beyond just the physical.
Okay.
We're talking about potential improvements in mood,
Huh.
increased libido,
Okay.
and even better overall stamina.
So it's all about boosting that feeling of vitality and
Yeah.
well-being.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so are we talking prescription medications here?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
There are some effective natural testosterone supplements on the market.
Okay.
Prime Male, Test RX, and Testofuel are a few popular choices that come to mind.
I've definitely heard of those.
Yeah.
But what makes these supplements different from, say, just popping a multivitamin?
It all comes down to the specific ingredients and how they work together.
Okay.
They often contain a blend of vitamins, minerals, and botanical extracts that are thought to support natural testosterone production.
So these supplements aren't actually pumping extra testosterone into your body.
Right.
That's interesting.
Think of it like this.
Okay.
They're giving your body's natural testosterone factory the premium ingredients to work at its best,
Yeah.
rather than shipping in testosterone from the outside.
Okay, I like that analogy.
Yeah.
So these supplements provide the ingredients.
Mm-hmm.
The body uses them to naturally produce testosterone.
Yes.
And that leads to all these potential benefits.
Exactly.
But how does that actually work? What are they doing in the body?
The main goal is to support healthy testosterone levels,
Okay.
which in turn can have a positive impact on various aspects of men's health.
Right.
Some ingredients target libido,
Ah,
potentially leading to a boost in sex drive and performance.
gotcha.
Others focus on enhancing stamina and energy levels,
Okay.
making it easier to stay active and engaged.
So it's not just about building muscles at the gym.
Right.
It's about having the energy
Exactly.
to pursue those hobbies,
Mm-hmm.
chase after the kids,
Yeah,
or simply feel more present in life.
exactly. It's about that overall feeling of vitality,
Yeah.
which can be so important as we age. And speaking of ingredients, there are a few that are particularly interesting.
Okay.
For example, vitamin K1 and vitamin D3 are often included in these supplements,
Huh.
and they're thought to enhance the effectiveness of other ingredients.
Hmm.
Think of them as the supporting cast that helps the stars shine even brighter.
I like where this is going.
Yeah.
But before we get too carried away with the supplement talk,
Okay.
let's bring it back to our main point.
Okay.
While the direct link between testosterone and anger is still up for debate,
Mm-hmm.
maintaining healthy testosterone levels is undoubtedly important for men's overall well-being,
Absolutely.
both physically and mentally.
Both physically and mentally, yes.
That's a great summary.
Thank you.
And it highlights the importance of taking a holistic approach to health.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just about one hormone in isolation.
Right.
It's about understanding how everything works together.
Exactly.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Well, thank you.
This has been a really enlightening deep dive into testosterone, anger, and everything in between.
Yeah, it has.
But before we wrap up part one,
Okay.
I want to remind everyone that this is just the beginning of our exploration.
Mm-hmm. We'll be back with part 2 of this deep dive tomorrow,
Okay.
where we'll explore some of the myths and misconceptions surrounding testosterone.
Myths and misconceptions.
Mm-hmm. It's amazing how much misinformation is out there.
You've got my attention.
Yeah.
What kind of myths are we talking about? Don't leave me hanging.
Well, one of the biggest misconceptions is that high testosterone inevitably leads to aggression.
Okay.
It's the image we often see portrayed in movies and TV shows.
Right.
But as we discussed earlier, it's just not that simple.
Right. It's like assuming everyone with a sports car is a reckless driver.
Exactly.
There's way more to the story.
Mm-hmm.
But this myth about testosterone and aggression is so widespread.
It is.
Where does it even come from?
It's probably a combination of factors.
Mm.
Historically, testosterone has been linked to traditionally masculine traits,
Uh-huh.
like dominance and competitiveness,
Okay.
which unfortunately can get tangled up with aggression in some people's minds.
Yeah.
And those associations have been reinforced in popular culture for decades.
It's like that whole boys will be boys mentality,
Right.
as if aggression is somehow hardwired
Mm-hmm.
into male biology.
Yeah.
But we know better now, don't we?
We do.
Hopefully we're moving past those oversimplified stereotypes.
Exactly. We're starting to recognize that emotions are complex and
Yeah.
influenced by a whole range of factors,
Yeah.
not just one hormone.
Yeah, and honestly, that boys will be boys attitude is harmful
It is.
because it downplays the importance of teaching boys healthy emotional expression.
Right.
It's like saying, oh, they can't help it, it's the testosterone,
Exactly.
which just lets everyone off the hook for actually addressing the issue.
Exactly.
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
It's like we're giving them a free pass for bad behavior.
Yeah.
Instead of equipping them with the tools to manage their emotions effectively.
Right.
So myth number 1, busted.
Busted.
What other misconceptions are lurking out there in the testosterone wilderness?
Another common one is that testosterone is solely a male hormone.
Really?
It's often seen as the defining hormone for maleness.
I always thought testosterone was like the male hormone, period. Is that not true?
It's true that testosterone plays a vital role in male development and reproductive health.
Okay.
But here's the thing.
Okay.
Women have testosterone too.
Oh, seriously? I had no idea.
It's just present in much smaller amounts compared to men,
Okay.
but it's still important for women's overall health and well-being.
So what does testosterone do in women?
Well,
If it's not about developing male characteristics, what's its role?
it contributes to things like bone density, muscle mass, energy levels,
Mhm.
and even libido.
Okay.
It's a key player in a woman's overall vitality,
Wow.
just like it is for men.
This is eye-opening. It's like a whole new understanding of how hormones work.
Mm-hmm.
It just goes to show you how much we still have to learn about our bodies.
Absolutely. And that's why it's so important to question assumptions and stay curious.
Yeah.
Just because something's been believed for a long time
Right.
doesn't automatically make it true.
Exactly.
We need to be willing to dig deeper.
Right. We need to be critical thinkers, especially when it comes to our health.
Absolutely.
So speaking of questioning assumptions,
Mm-hmm.
what about that myth that testosterone levels inevitably plummet with age?
Yeah.
And there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
It's like the male menopause myth.
Yeah.
Is there any truth to that?
Yes. The dreaded male menopause myth. It's certainly a popular one.
Yeah.
While it's true that testosterone levels naturally decrease as men get older,
Uh-huh.
it's not a sudden drop-off like some people believe.
Okay.
It's more of a gradual decline,
Okay.
and the extent of that decline varies from person to person.
So it's not like you wake up one morning and all your testosterone is magically vanished.
Not at all. And here's the good news.
Okay.
There are things you can do to support healthy testosterone levels as you age.
Okay. Tell me everything.
Okay.
What can we do to keep those testosterone levels humming as we get older? Spill the secrets.
Well, lifestyle factors play a huge role.
Okay.
Things like regular exercise,
Mm-hmm.
getting enough sleep,
Okay.
managing stress,
Yeah.
and eating a balanced diet
Okay.
can all contribute to maintaining healthy testosterone levels.
So it's about taking a proactive approach to our health
Mm-hmm.
rather than just passively accepting that our bodies are going to decline.
Right.
We have agency.
Exactly. It's about empowering yourself to make choices
Yeah.
that support your body's natural processes.
Love that. So any other testosterone myths we need to bust before we move on?
Well, there's one more that comes up quite often,
Okay.
and it's related to testosterone replacement therapy, or TRT.
TRT. I've definitely heard that term thrown around a lot lately.
Yeah,
Seems like it's gaining popularity.
it is.
But what are the misconceptions surrounding TRT?
Well,
What do people need to know?
one common myth is that TRT is only for men with extremely low testosterone levels.
Okay.
Like, it's only for those with a severe deficiency.
But that's not always the case, right?
Exactly.
There's more to the story.
While TRT can be incredibly helpful for men with clinically low testosterone, it's also sometimes used to address symptoms related to age-related decline,
Okay.
even if levels aren't technically in the deficient range.
So it's not just about hitting a certain number on a blood test.
Right.
It's about how you feel, what you're experiencing, and where your goals are.
Precisely. It's about addressing individual needs and goals.
Whoa.
Some men might experience fatigue, low libido, mood changes, or difficulty building muscle,
Okay.
despite living a healthy lifestyle.
Gotcha.
And in those cases, TRT might be something to discuss with their doctor as part of a comprehensive approach to their health.
Right. It's about working with your doctor to figure out what's best for you based on your unique situation.
Exactly.
But before we go down that road, are there any risks or side effects associated with TRT?
Mm-hmm.
What do people need to be aware of?
That's an important question.
Yeah.
Like any medical treatment, TRT does come with potential risks and side effects.
Okay.
It's absolutely crucial to have open and honest conversations with your doctor about your medical history, any medications you're taking,
Okay.
and your expectations for treatment.
Right. Informed decision-making is key.
Yes.
It is. So let's recap what we've learned about testosterone myths so far.
Okay.
We've busted the myth that high testosterone automatically equals aggression,
Mm-hmm.
clarified that women have testosterone too, debunked the idea of a sudden male menopause,
Yep.
and addressed some misconceptions about testosterone replacement therapy.
Hmm.
Anything else I'm missing?
I think they covered it all beautifully. And I just emphasize that it's always wise to approach health information with a critical eye.
Yeah.
Don't believe everything you hear.
Right.
And always consult with qualified healthcare professionals to get accurate information and personalized guidance.
Okay.
Your health is your most valuable asset.
Couldn't agree more. This deep dive into testosterone myths has been incredibly eye-opening.
It has.
But before we move on to our next segment, I want to remind our listeners that we're here to provide you with evidence-based information.
Mm-hmm.
But we're not medical professionals,
Right.
so always consult with your doctor before making any decisions about your health,
Of course.
especially when it comes to hormones.
Absolutely. Self-treating can be risky.
Yeah.
And your doctor can help you determine the best course of action for your individual needs.
Okay.
They're like your personal health detective, helping you navigate all the clues.
Love that analogy.
Yeah.
Okay, now that we've tackled those pesky testosterone myths and stressed the importance of personalized care,
Right.
let's shift gears and get practical.
Okay.
What are some lifestyle strategies for supporting healthy testosterone levels naturally? You mentioned exercise earlier.
Yeah.
What kind of workout routine should we be aiming for?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
When it comes to testosterone, both resistance training and high-intensity interval training have shown really promising results.
So resistance training and high-intensity interval training, they're the dynamic duo of testosterone-boosting workouts.
Exactly.
Okay, so we're talking weightlifting for resistance training and those bursts of intense cardio for HIIT, right?
Yes.
Like sprinting, jumping jacks, that sort of thing.
Exactly. Resistance training, like hitting the weights, helps build muscle mass, which has a positive impact on testosterone production. And HIIT workouts, with their short bursts of all-out effort, followed by brief recovery periods, have also been linked to increases in testosterone levels.
Interesting. So it's not just about spending hours slogging away at the gym.
Right.
It's about working smarter, not necessarily harder.
Exactly.
That's encouraging to hear because I think a lot of people get intimidated by the thought of intense exercise.
I agree. And the good news is that even short-focused workouts can be effective.
Okay.
You don't have to train like an Olympic athlete to reap the benefits.
Right.
It's about finding what works for you and making it a consistent part of your routine.
Consistency is key, for sure. But it's not just about the physical benefits, right? Exercise also helps reduce stress, improve sleep quality, and boost mood, all of which can indirectly support healthy testosterone levels.
Absolutely.
It's like a ripple effect of positive changes.
Exactly. It's a win-win situation all around.
Okay, so we've got exercise covered.
Okay.
What about diet? Does what we eat impact testosterone production?
Well,
is there a magic testosterone-boosting diet out there?
Well, there's no magic bullet, unfortunately.
Right.
But nutrition definitely plays a crucial role.
Okay.
A balanced diet rich in protein, healthy fats, and complex carbohydrates is key for overall health, including hormone balance. Think of it as providing your body with the building blocks it needs to thrive.
Makes sense. So can you give us some specific examples of foods that are particularly good for supporting testosterone production?
Sure.
What should we be loading up on at the grocery store?
Excellent question. Foods like eggs, fatty fish like salmon and tuna, lean meats, nuts, seeds, and leafy green vegetables are all excellent choices. They're packed with nutrients that support various bodily functions, including testosterone production.
So basically a healthy, balanced diet that most of us should be striving for anyway.
Oh, exactly.
It's not about following some crazy restrictive diet. It's about making smart choices.
Right.
And nourishing our bodies with wholesome foods.
Exactly. It's about focusing on whole, unprocessed foods and getting a variety of nutrients. And of course, staying hydrated is essential too.
Right.
Water is crucial for all bodily functions, including hormone production. So make sure you're drinking plenty of water throughout the day.
Right. Water is life.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so we've got exercise, diet, and hydration. Any other lifestyle factors that can influence testosterone levels?
Well, we can't forget about the importance of sleep.
Sleep.
When you're sleep deprived, your body produces more of the stress hormone cortisol, which can actually suppress testosterone production. It's like a hormonal tug of war. And cortisol can really throw things off balance.
The cortisol connection. We talk about stress a lot on this podcast. And it always seems to come back to hormones. It's like they're the puppet masters behind the scenes controlling everything.
It's true. Stress management is absolutely essential for overall health. And that includes maintaining healthy testosterone levels. When you're chronically stressed, your body is in a constant state of fight or flight, which can disrupt your hormonal balance and lead to all sorts of problems.
So finding healthy ways to manage stress, whether it's through exercise, meditation, spending time in nature, or whatever works for you, is crucial.
Absolutely.
It's about finding your own personal stress-busting toolkit.
Exactly. And let's not forget about the importance of maintaining a healthy weight.
Okay.
Being overweight or obese has been linked to lower testosterone levels.
Right.
So keeping those extra pounds in check is beneficial for a whole host of reasons.
It all comes full circle, doesn't it?
It does.
All those healthy habits we've been discussing, exercise, diet, stress management, they all work together to create a lifestyle that supports overall well-being.
Yes.
Including healthy testosterone levels.
That's right.
It's about taking a holistic approach and making choices that nourish your body and mind.
Couldn't have said it better myself. It's about creating a lifestyle that allows you to thrive.
Well, this has been an incredible deep dive into the world of testosterone.
It has.
We've covered so much ground, from debunking those persistent myths to exploring practical strategies for supporting healthy levels naturally. It's been a wild ride.
It has been a fascinating journey.
Before we wrap up, I want to leave our listeners with this thought.
Okay.
If you're concerned about your testosterone levels, don't hesitate to reach out to your healthcare provider. They can assess your individual situation, run any necessary tests, and guide you towards the best course of action for your health.
Absolutely.
Remember, knowledge is power.
Yes.
And taking charge of your health is the ultimate act of self-care.
Beautifully said, and thank you to all our listeners for joining us on this deep dive into testosterone and its impact on our health and well-being.
And that's a wrap for today's episode of the KenkoVibe podcast. I'm Ethan Reed.
And I'm Grace Morgan.
Reminding you to subscribe, like, comment, and share this episode with anyone who might find it valuable. We're here every day with new insights and inspiration to help you live your healthiest, happiest life. Until next time, stay well.